Hello from quarantine, day 9. This is Wednesday. No, yes, it's Wednesday. It's getting hard to figure out these days the longer quarantine goes on. So it's a beautiful day today. Woke up to a lovely sunny day on the harbor. Very quiet once more, and even the builders have stopped for Christmas by the looks of it. There were 3 men down there this morning, but there has been no activity. So I'm afraid that the pastime of watching this building get built next to me is over, probably for the duration, since I will get out on Monday and that'll still be with the Christmas weekend. So that's what's going on there today. This video is going to be a little bit disjointed because I'm going to try and show you all sorts of things. But in terms of an update on the northern beaches, they had, after having 30 cases, then 15 cases, they had 8 cases yesterday and another 8 cases today. So the numbers have come down. That said, restrictions are still in place. Very little easing over Christmas, other than the fact that in addition to the 10 people you can have to your house, you can have children under 12 added to that. But you can't have multiples of 10 either. So it's just the one group of 10. And that is the restriction for everywhere except for the northern beaches. And they've got other slight relaxations over the 24th, 25th, 26th. But there isn't a lot relaxed. Still lots of restrictions over Christmas. So what I thought I'd do today is share with you how I waste my time in lockdown. Now, a lot of people have day jobs and could easily probably spend a lot of their day working at a desk, like so, in quarantine. I don't have a day job. I do spend a bit of time on the computer doing some administrative work, but it certainly does not occupy my day. I had mentioned in my care packages that I'd received books. I do have a lot of books here, plus I had brought one from home, which I'm reading. So I'm not going to get through all my books in the time that I'm here, but books are a good way to waste the time as long as you're not feeling sleepy. Otherwise, I tend to put you to sleep. The crossword puzzles that were given to me, great. They do occupy time. So that was a nice one. In terms of workout gear, I had been sent the stretch cords, but I also have bands of various sorts to do workouts with. And in my corner, I have a couple of yoga exercise mats and my yoga blocks and a strap and my little massagey balls. So I've got lots of things to exercise with. That said, living in a carpeted room with not a lot of space, and this is my living space, I'm not really keen to do a really sweaty workout where I might be dripping sweat. So yoga is okay. I can do yoga, but in terms of cardiovascular work, that's been interesting. So I had all of the tubes and everything ready to go. My friend Nikolai in New Zealand has given me videos of some at-home boot campy type videos that I could do that are an hour long. I've done them in the past. They're very hot and sweaty, so I haven't done them. I have instead, and I'm going to bring it over here to my iPad, I have taken up the 7 app, and they have 7-minute workouts that you can do. So I've been doing 7-minute workouts, which seem really easy compared to an hour. I quite like them. You do get warm, but it's only a light sheen of sweat. In terms of yoga apps, I like to use Yoga Studio. It's a nice one to use. I've got it free on a promotion. I think it does cost a couple of bucks to buy. And then the other thing I occupy a lot of my time with are 2 things, actually. So one of them is education. So you can audit university courses for free online. I've done one on edX in the past from McGill University on natural disasters. Right now I'm using Coursera, and I'm taking Indigenous Canada as my course. It's a 12-module or 12-week course. I'm ahead on week 9. I intend to finish it before I get out of quarantine, but each module takes a couple hours to do, so I've been doing one of those a day. And then the other thing that I do a lot of is watch. I stream most of my stuff, so I don't really use the television. I instead use Netflix And then I do free streaming, and one of my favorites in Australia is SBS On Demand. ABC iView is also good. So on Netflix, a couple of my favorite series. I have watched, well, right now I'm watching season 10 of Shameless, which is good non-thinking television. And I've also started watching a show that I never watched when it was on air, called Who's That Girl? I think it's called Who's That Girl? New girl. Her name is Jess. It's just random. They're 20-minute episodes. They're funny. They're good. On SBS On Demand, I didn't mean to hit it, but there we go. Some of my favorites are the one that I just finished watching and seeing the whole series of is The Good Wife. Not The Good Wife, sorry, The Good Fight, which is really U.S. politically oriented. So the cases, it's a legal show. Cases are very oriented towards U.S. politics and Trump in particular. So quite entertaining. I also watched the latest season of Riviera, which, so-so. So that's sort of what's going on there. And then the other thing that I do is listen to lots of things. So I use both the CBC Listen and the ABC Listen apps a lot. Just if I can't sleep during the night, these can put me back to sleep. I also get my news off of these. And lately, because of the more recent outbreak, every morning at 11 a.m., New South Wales, the Premier and Health do an update on what's going on. So I tend to listen to that on ABC Listen. And then I use an app called Pocket Casts for all of my podcasts. So there's tons there, but a few that I listen to pretty much every day. CoronaCast, which is an ABC app, and Coronavirus, Fact versus Fiction, which is CNN out of the USA. Both really good short podcasts on what's going on with the coronavirus. NPR Politics is great if you want to know who's doing what in U.S. politics. And the other one that I love is Pop Culture Happy Hour, which I've been listening to forever, and is great as well. And then, when I don't have those things on, I will put some music on or, pretty much music. And Pop Culture Happy Hour has introduced me to a band that I didn't know about called Banners, and that's what's been playing on my playlist lately, which is great, except for when I do yoga, and then I'll pop on one of my yoga playlists. So there is lots to keep me occupied. The days don't seem to drag on too much. And it's all good. So that's sort of your update. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. I don't know what sort of surprise I'll bring for the Christmas Eve video. We'll give you one last view of a beautiful sunny day because I'm not sure it will last. I think there's more rain in the forecast, but that's what the harbor looks like in the sunshine. I'll see you tomorrow on day 10. Oh, Christmas Eve also brings a mandatory COVID test for me as well on day 10 of quarantine. See you then.